think about my tax dollars there.
Uh-oh.
And we're thinking about your tax dollars, too. They call themselves the protectors of the planet, protectors, rather, lobbying for clean air and endangered species. And critics are saying that these environmental groups are actually bleeding the government dry with mountains of lawsuits. Dollars funded by you. William Jeunesse tracking your taxes. He's live in L.A. this morning. William, what's this all about?
Well, Bill, some of the nation's wealthiest environmental organizations, they get grants and contracts from the federal government, but then turn around and sue the federal government over technicalities, missed deadlines, what many consider frivolous issues. And guess who pays their attorney's fees? You do.
These are all part of the Rocky Mountains.
Wyoming attorney Karen Bud Fallon knew environmental groups she faced in court were well-financed, but she was shocked to learn who paid their lofty legal bills.
Basically, the federal government is paying environmental groups to sue the federal government.
Since 2000, the Wild Earth Guardians, Natural Resources Defense Council, the Center for Biodiversity, and the Sierra Club have filed more than 2,200 cases against the federal government. Almost half, according to Bud Fallon, involve technicalities like missing a deadline or failing to abide by the letter of legislation, costing taxpayers millions.
There's simply not enough manpower and not enough time and not enough money for the government to comply with these time deadlines, and as soon as they miss a time deadline, the environmental groups sue.
And the government pays damages and attorney's fees, which can reach $650 an hour. Environmentalists say they're not getting rich, but forcing the feds to live up to their commitments.
When we have settled a lawsuit or prevailed in a lawsuit, we're not making money. We're simply getting compensated for the time that it took to process that case and uphold our vision, or the vision, behind our nation's environmental laws.
Now, a congresswoman from Wyoming wants an investigation into something called the Equal Access to Justice Fund that was set up for poor people and public interest groups, Bill, and so they could recover from the government, not for organizations that have $100 million budgets who pay their lawyers $650 an hour to file a case against the CIA because they didn't buy enough hybrid cars.
Well, it is our money. William Jeunesse tracking your taxes. Thank you. William, live in L.A. Here's Allison.
All right, remember Captain Richard Phillips? Of course.